Hello guys. Kim Taehyung, or better known by his stage name, V, from the phenomenal group BTS, is now officially serving his military service in the 2nd Division of the Military Police. V began his mandatory military training with discipline and zeal. As a member of the military police, V is known to undergo intensive and challenging training. Physical exercise as well as training in military tactics became part of his daily routine, which further tested his physical and mental endurance. Although the training conditions in this division are very tough, Taehyung still shows incredible toughness. A military source said, Kim Taehyung is very dedicated. He adapted well and showed a deep interest in all the exercises given. Despite his high physical and mental demands, he is always present with passion. In addition to undergoing rigorous basic training, Taehyung also reportedly took part in several field assignments involving securing territory as well as setting order within his unit. The 2nd Division of the Military Police is known for tougher training standards due to their specific tasks of maintaining security and discipline within the military, as well as dealing with external threats that require rapid response capabilities. BTS fans around the world continued to provide support through social media, wishing V good health and successful completion of his military service. Showing how much the army cares for their idol during his state duty, V himself has not given an official statement during his military service, in accordance with military rules prohibiting the involvement of active personnel in public activities not related to duty. However, the zeal shown by fans and fellow BTS members made the public confident that Taehyung would return with greater strength after completing his military duty. Many are looking forward to V's future return with BTS after completing his mandatory military service, and no doubt, his military experience will add a new dimension to his future career and work. With the conscription period expected to last about 18 months, V will still continue his training and assignment in the 2nd Division of the Military Police in the coming months. The training programs undertaken by members of this division cover various aspects, ranging from military law enforcement to combat skills, as well as crisis management in emergency situations. The 2nd Division of the Military Police itself is famous for its very strict disciplinary standards. The members in this division have to go through a series of physical and mental tests that not only test the strength of the body, but also the ability to make decisions under pressure. V, who has always been known as a calm and charismatic figure on stage, now has to show a different side of himself to fulfill his responsibilities as a member of the military police. According to information from his colleagues in the military, Taehyung showed an unyielding spirit during various exercises, including shooting exercises, self-defense, and simulation of handling security threats. He always tried to give his best in every training session, said a military colleague who did not want to be named. Although she comes from the entertainment world, she has never taken advantage of her celebrity status and instead wants to be treated the same as the other members. Support from fellow BTS members, especially from J-Hope and Jin, who completed their military service earlier, also continued to flow. They are known to give advice and support to Taehyung before he starts his term. Both Hyung's experiences in the military give Taehyung a lot of insight into what to face and how to deal with challenges in a disciplined military environment. Meanwhile, ARMY, as BTS fans are called, remained faithful to wait and support their idols. Not a few fans sent messages of motivation and hope for V to stay strong during his tenure. Although Taehyung was unable to actively interact with his fans during this time, they continued to provide support through various means, including creating a charity campaign on V's behalf, as well as holding special events celebrating his work in the music and art worlds. Hopefully, after completing his mandatory military service, V will return to the entertainment world with a more mature perspective and new energy. Observers of the Korean entertainment industry also believe that V's military experience could have an impact on his characteristic development as an artist, perhaps in the form of more in-depth work or collaborations with themes inspired by his military experience. Taehyung's journey as a member of the military police's 2nd Division is still long, but one thing is certain: his passion and dedication, both as a soldier and as an artist, will continue to be an inspiration to his fans around the world. With the full commitment shown by V during his mandatory military service, many argue that his experience in the 2nd Division of the military police will have a positive impact on him personally and professionally. BTS fans, who are familiar with Taehyung's calmness and charisma on stage, are now also starting to see another side of him that is strong, disciplined, and dedicated to his country's obligations. This harsh and challenging military life is believed to shape V's character to be stronger, which will most likely be reflected in his new works after returning from military service. Not a few speculate that this experience will influence the lyrics of his songs in the future, with themes that may be deeper, reflective, or even patriotic. Music critics and observers of Korean culture also expressed great hope that Taehyung would bring a fresh perspective into the art world after completing his military service. Military experience often influences Korean artists to produce more mature and meaningful works. "We believe Taehyung will bring deeper insights into his work after his return," said one observer of Korean popular culture. Meanwhile, armies around the world continue to show their love and support in various ways. In addition to charity campaigns, fans are also actively collecting donations for social causes inspired by the values often voiced by Taehyung and BTS, such as mental health support, education, and equality. These acts of solidarity not only show their love for Taehyung, but also their efforts to make the world a better place, in line with the positive messages BTS often carries in their music and social activities. There was also speculation that after completing his military service, Taehyung might collaborate with new artists or even venture into more ambitious solo projects. As a versatile artist who has dabbled in music, acting, and fashion, Taehyung is expected to continue exploring his artistic interests in the future. Meanwhile, fans stay tuned for any updates on his military travels. Although they had to wait about 2 years before being able to see V back on stage with BTS, they were confident that this time would enrich him as an artist and a human being. The future of V and BTS remains bright, and fans can be sure that after the military enlistment period is over, Taehyung will be back with renewed energy and vigor, ready to continue his incredible musical and artistic journey with his fellow BTS members. V's return to the entertainment world after completing his military service is a highly anticipated moment, not only by his loyal fans, but also by the Korean entertainment industry. As is the case with other BTS members who have completed military duty, V is expected to bring an evolution in his style and artwork, enriched by his military experience in the Military Police 2 ND Division. Many observers believe that his military tenure will provide an opportunity for V to reflect on his life and career, which may result in new, more introspective works. Different life experiences during training, discipline, and interaction with fellow soldiers from diverse backgrounds are believed to deepen his view of life and the world, which can be reflected in his future works. In addition to his music career, V is also expected to bring innovations in other areas that have long been his interests, such as acting and fashion. As a member of BTS who has a strong interest in visual arts and fashion, fans hope that he will be involved in more daring and experimental projects after his military service ends.